The sea made something, the monastery, in your abbey.
Yes.
Some people say it was Big Brother in the monastery.
Yes, this was a very good way of describing it from the marketing point of view, to say it was Big Brother in the monastery. The reality was more serious. Mm-hmm. We had 5 very modern men mm-hmm. who came to live with us as monks for 40 days and 40 nights. Mm-hmm. And we treated them as if they were novices. And this was a wonderful experience for us, very energizing for us to explain mm-hmm. the values of monastic life to contemporary young people. And it was life-changing for them. For many of them, it was a complete change of life. For example, one of them was a man who was making pornographic advertisements for telephone chat lines.
Okay.
And at the end of the 40 days, he had a complete conversion experience and completely changed his outlook in his life very dramatically, and has never gone back to that.
It was a great success in Great Britain.
It had an enormous impact, the TV program itself, and then there was an explosion of interest in the other media, in the newspapers, and other people were interested to come and interview us about it. It had a very, very significant impact and led to a national increase in the number of people going on retreat.
Yeah. I think that your abbey, since that TV series, is frequented a lot.
We have about 3,000 people a year coming on retreat.
That's a lot. But is it so that a lot of people who come there could tell the following cartoon, that they planned to be overworked last month, but they didn't have the time for it?
That's very good. It's like, I haven't got time to have a nervous breakdown. Yes. Many people are coming because the television program reminded them that you don't have to be quite so busy, that you can step back. And the book then that I wrote after that also led to a great increase of interest in acknowledging that I am too busy, because to some extent I have chosen to be too busy.
But that's very difficult for people to understand, that they choose to be busy.
And I think what we do is we give them silence, we give them the opportunity to be still, we give them some teaching about meditation. And then when they visit the place of stillness inside themselves, then they begin to understand that they are indeed too busy, and choosing to be too busy because they can choose to step away from that. Not the whole time, but for example, 5 minutes in the morning of meditation is possible to do. You can choose to do that. You then be very busy the rest of the day, but if you've done 5 minutes of meditation in the morning and maybe 5 minutes again in the evening, you will find that it is not quite the same busyness.
Most people think when they are looking for silence, they will find peace, inner peace. But in reality, it isn't so. It's on the contrary, sometimes you find a lot of distractions, a lot of thoughts, as you said.
A lot of distractions and thoughts, and the interesting thing is that the earliest Christian monks described these as thoughts, and then also they described them as demons.
That's something
people are wrestling with demons.
Demons, so you have to explain that, because one will say a demon, what's that for a strange thing?
Well, you know, every time some celebrity from television or the cinema goes into a rehabilitation clinic, they usually have, which happens a lot, you normally find there is some media spokesman who comes out and says, oh, she is wrestling with her demons, or he has to deal with his demons, you know. And this phrase, the demons, is very real. People still use it. Well, that expression was used first by the 4th century Christian monks, who, when they went into the silence of the desert, as you were saying, they didn't find peace and tranquility. They found inner turmoil. And when they compared notes with each other, they found that this inner turmoil had the same shape. It was actually part of the inner life of all human beings to find these demons there.